Hello, my name is Audrey Raedani from the University of Rwanda, currently pursuing an honors degree in conservation and biodiversity under the Department of Zoology. The title of my research topic is inventory sampling in forest and savanna biomes using a suite of sampling methods. I'm under the supervision of Dr. Stephen Ford. This study was a follow-up study from a study which is being done by a PhD student named Kaswa Munyai, who did his topic was how fast can climb the mountain. It was on ants. Yes. So ants are very cryptic and very small. So capturing ants can be a bit tricky or a bit of a mission, but either ways they are very important. There are around about 9,000 already described species, and there are like 226 genera in ant species. Ants form about 10% of the total biomass, the total animal biomass, and they form a backlog of undescribed species. And as we continue sampling and identifying, that backlog can diminish. Since my study is a follow-up, there was actually a problem which was faced on Kaswamunya's study. They found out that they were actually collecting quite a number of species, looking at the different sites on the different sites. But then when it came to the forest areas, like the areas which were colder and there was like leaf litter in them, there was fewer species which were collected in those areas. So by that, it made them have questions. Is it that there are no species there at that area, or the method that they were using was just not effective on that particular area? So this is where I come in with my study, wherein I'll be using different kinds of sampling methods to actually identify if this problem is really there or not. To do this, I was using 4 different types of sampling methods. The first one was the pitfall trapping, which is commonly used during sampling ants, and the second one was using Winkler extraction, wherein we collect leaf litter and then sift it, and then the sift materials is left hanging maybe for around about 2 days, so that we can find the species which are inside. The smaller cryptid species can crawl down into a bottle full of ethanol, and then they can be identified. The third one, which was being used, was baiting. Baiting is done, but we have used 3 different kinds of food substances. We used oats, we used sugar, we also used cat food. This was to represent the different food chains that they actually are out there for ants. And then the fourth one was we use active search. Active search is you just go around and then you search in between logs, underneath the rocks, and underneath the leaf litter itself. From this study, right now, I'm still busy with the study, and so far it looks like we are finding new species which were not being caught by the pitfalls, which means it was a very good idea to actually go ahead and use different kinds of methods. This brings us to the idea that this study doesn't just awaken us about ants. It goes even beyond studying. It shows us that when we are doing maybe scientific researches, we mustn't only stick to one idea and then conclude from that idea. Using different kinds of sampling methods can also, you can use the idea that I use using for other maybe projects. If maybe, let's take it, you want to look at the different life forms in an area. You cannot just go do surveys only. Maybe also interacting with the people around that area can give you answers. So I think my study is very important and very eye-opening. I've learned a lot from ant species. And I think you can also learn a lot too if you can go and listen more into my study. Thank you.